This morning, I was independence, retiring early, the fire movement. I have two little girls who are relying on me to show them what an abundant, wealthy life looks like. I want to live in a positive place. I want to be a teacher and I want to be a healer. And I think the love that I have for myself and the way that I feel about myself and standing up for myself and saying, like, no, you know what? My life and my dreams are really important and I'm taking them back and I'm going to do this. Yeah, I got into minimalism because I grew up in a household full of stuff and I still struggle with stuff. I'm starting over. I am starting over. I'm getting a fourplex in the divorce, and I'm getting paid every month. But this person has been responsible for, the purse strings this whole time. I got into a very controlling situation. Um, I do see that I did that. Of course, I was told that I would be taken care of and that wouldn't happen. But the person you marry and the person you divorce are very different. So I'm very into helping people protect themselves from giving up their power. I'm 42 and I have two little girls and I'm a single mom. And so not only are a lot of us millennials taking care of little kids, but we're now getting to the stage where we're taking care of our parents and aunties and uncles. And I grew up with a lot of money scripts in my family. I have people, my parents are lovely, lovely, wonderful people, lower middle class, living off Social Security now, didn't plan for their future, had a lot of scripts around wealth and wealthy people. But when I went to that workshop and I started investing and I started learning about investing and being wealthy and abundant, I became aligned. I became aligned with my highest self. And as soon as I sort of started peeling away all of this stuff from my childhood that didn't really fit me anymore, the wealthy people in my family started being very friendly. And all of a sudden they went from bad people to decent people. Free time and freedom of time over almost anything else. And so when I went to this workshop, I was like, this is it. This is what I need. This is what I want to do. I did it for 1 month on my student loan budget, and I saved $1,000 in 1 month. And in 2008, when I started investing in the stock market, I was going to this meditation class, and the meditation teacher was the one who said, "Hey, if anybody wants, I'm teaching a class on retiring early." I was 20, and my then boyfriend at the time was like, "Oh yeah, you've got to read this book." He got me the book. We went to the workshop. I had sort of thumbed through it. Afterwards, when no one was talking about retiring early. Well, okay, people were talking about it, but not a lot of people. And it was, wait, you don't have to do 9 to 5 till you're 65. And I guess maybe I've always been a little entrepreneurial, but mostly I just don't think I make a good employee for a lot of reasons. But I ended up breaking up like a year later, and then I really started to do the program. And I decided that next go round of the semester with my student loan money, I looked at my budget and I was like, okay, what can I really live off of? I decided to take $3,000 and basically I was like, I guess I'm throwing this away. And I met this guy serendipitously right before I invested, and he told me about whalewisdom.com, and it was 13F filings. And I was like, what's a 13F filing? And he was like, well, when you do investments in the market, it's public record what you invest in. It's called a 13F, and you can go online and look them up of all the big wigs. And he told me about Warren Buffett and everybody. And I was like, just go take your money and follow what Warren does. And so I looked at his top 5 to 6, his billions of dollars, and I took my 3,000 and I was like, okay, I'll basically invest in the same percentages. And I did that. And I did really well. It was during the bailouts in 2008, so during the sale of stocks. And I had that investment portfolio for the next 10 or 11 years. And my IRA ended up making 49%. And then my brokerage account was making like 24%. And it was just like amazing. I just reinvested the drip. I reinvested the dividends. And I don't even think we sold anything until the divorce happened. And then my ex-husband convinced me to sell it all off, which is a whole other story. Yes, I didn't. I still think about it. For the first time in my entire adult life, entire child and adult life, I will be in control of my own finances. So with my fourplex, the refinance money, how to reinvest that, the balloon payment that I'll get, and all the other things for buying me out of the business and the other properties. We do have properties for sale. They are not selling, as you probably know. This is why I'm here. I wanted to start a podcast and I wanted to talk about how to invest. I wanted to be a teacher and a learner along the way. And I started looking around and I started saying, like, okay, what is the difference between people here, people here, people here? And of course, like, structure and the way that this world is set up do in our day to day is really like has a huge impact. So, yeah, I got really into minimalism. I got into frugalism. I got into like all these different aspects of like Enter Money Mustache blog. And I want to be unapologetic. And I want to help you, and I want you to help me, and I want to build community, and I want us to all. And I just got like swindled by an appliance guy. Doing this from afar, investing in real estate from afar, renovating from afar, and trusting people to be who they are and say who they are, even over the phone or the internet. Having people on the ground who you can trust. It's managing all this stuff in my time. Good lord, the learning curve. I mean, real estate investing is very different, well, in some ways, than investing in the stock market. So, as a woman in this modern day, and using the tools at my disposal to grow and grow community and to ask questions. Money scripts in my household, which is like, you just don't talk about money. It's okay to disparage and talk crap about rich people, even to the point of like calling them names or thinking they're bad people. Both my parents worked really hard. We indulged a lot. And now it's tough because now I'm in a position or facing a position of taking over financially for my entire family. A lot on our plates. And I want to be here for those people. Also, still a former trauma therapist. So I think the best way for me to help is to be here for this community and to say, like, man, fucking rock stars. And I see you and I'm grateful for you. So keep up the good work. All right, another day.